You know, that episode aired and I get a phone call and it's from her. So I was like, uh-oh, you know, they're bootlegs. I won't even sell these, but I'll probably save these.
Far enough away is totally convincing, but when you get close.
So obviously there was a lot more. So this is round 2. We'll see her again, and if we confirm something, it's not like we're gonna...
How it was in foreign markets, because it had, you know, tiny little missiles, which that wouldn't fly here in the US.
Like, I think she's priced it like it's fake. She did a fantastic job.
Awesome. That's what I'm doing right now. It's because I got.
What are you doing? Gang signs?
I'm flashing gang signs. For those who know, will know.
I'll get it all out first. And I think the layaway sticker for that's somewhere inside. All right, so the one who brought in all the Transformers that all had stickers on them like this. There was a G1 Prime, a Megatron. The Prime she had at $50 and was referred by another shop, came here. They said they're gonna give you half. And so she did all the calculations, had it all figured out on a sheet. And then I went through and I was like, well, you know, interpreting without her telling me what I thought she probably had done, because if she didn't know any better. So you know, there was a Snake Eyes, which was it was listed as a recard. So that she had showed me that I talked about, and I was like, well, there's no way. How would you know it's a recard? Like, and so I was like, what she probably did is found something and relisted similar. So long story short, you know, that episode aired, and I get a phone call, and it's from her, and she saw the episode, and so I was like, you know, so how did this go? How, you know, and she's like, I thought it went very well. And she had said, you know, and people she know had seen it. I'm trying to not reveal too much information because she doesn't want to be revealed. And she never was. All you did is see the toys. But the interesting thing was everything about all my predictions and all my interpretations and about, you know, how she priced stuff and things like that, I was spot on, she said. And she appreciated the honesty that I did. And so obviously there was a lot more. So this is round 2. So this stuff had come in right before close yesterday. We actually stayed past close to finish this. So some of this is modern, and there's still more. So these are just really cool commemorative series, which are just redos of the G1s, which, you know, these are just real nice. You know, with these little booklets, they're just great. And, you know, it's a G1 Soundwave, but it's not. But it is, you know, if you know what I mean. It's just a recreation. This I thought was super cool because this is Zanzibar, but this is a foreign packaging. Which I've just hadn't seen before. So, you know, Zanzibar et son scooter desserts, I don't know, and Predator, it's just kind of cool. And you had your Super Trooper, I guess, mail away redemption or something here. So that was cool, open box, but, you know, not something you see every day. These, because in her previous bring in, there was some bootlegs in there. So now you have to really analyze. Like, so these are clearly fakes. They look nice, but you can buy a set of these on eBay for, I think, $75 free shipping. Yeah, these are China. But again, here's the stickers. So, you know, $27. So I think they priced these, assuming 27 each, all three, $83. So, I mean, that's fairly accurate. They're bootlegs. I won't even sell these, but I'll probably save these just as examples for comparison. This one's an original. It's not that price, but that's an original. This is cool. It almost looks like a bootleg, but this is Super 7. The card's kind of matted or muted, so it almost makes it look like a custom.
I want to say it was one of the first like retro ones.
But this is actually a good one. This is like 120 possessed Skeletor. This one, and I don't think you looked at this, Travis. This one I'm not 100% sure on. Like, I think she's priced it like it's fake.
Oh, yeah, okay.
And there's a ton of fakes, but it feels, so that one I kind of did a hybrid price, possibly giving some benefit that it could be real, but also the likelihood seeing a lot of the bootlegs in here.
I mean, I guess if we look up high def pictures, one thing we check for is there's like a perforation here and here. That's probably saying it's authentic.
Some of these I saw without this that were old and got money, and then some had this. So I was like, oh, well, the telltale is, does it need this?
Yeah. So I know why they did these. Do you
No.
So like some department stores, depending on how they displayed it, it was supposed to be like a foot so you could set it there.
Oh, I see. It still has a lean, but yeah.
Right. So that's what it was supposed to be for. Now that could have been something later edition or who knows what.
Well,
but I've seen this on other toy lines.
So you have this. Some had it, some didn't. Some had this, but imagine this raised.
Yeah.
So the name was below this, not this covering the name.
Right.
So now there's 3 types. And then no sticker or sticker, so is that but then
right.
this red here, there's this little tape or sticker here and here. It's not, I think, on the fakes.
Okay.
So,
all right.
So you see more red.
Yeah, it's like
It's red all the way to the circle.
It's a little decal to keep the image of the tape going.
So then I'm like, so I didn't treat this as fake or real.
Right.
I kind of, I put more than this, but I didn't put like as if, so this was like an anomaly.
Right, it takes time to figure that out. And
But it's also, we'll see her again, and if we confirm something, it's not like we're going to, pull something hokey. This, I don't think is real.
It's far enough away, it's totally convincing, but when you get close, the image looks like it might be a laser print image. And you pointed this out too, a lot of these redos, the boxes are curved. When you get vintage Transformers, they don't have
so like if you see a vintage box, when it's put together, it's tight.
Because it went in a case.
It's tight. And I don't know if there was machines that did this, or when they bootleg them, they're manually folding these boxes.
Right.
But there's just a lot more arching, and when they're just not tight. They're just not tight. And there's a lot of bowing, rounding, which on a vintage piece, it's sharp, it's tighter, and it just feels flimsy.
Well, that's the other thing too, is a lot of those bootlegs coming out of China, like this isn't open, so it's like, well, maybe don't open it till we know for sure. But when you get those bootleg ones, there's no metal. So you get an Optimus Prime who normally has a metal plate right here, it's plastic. So like you can just hold it and tell. Plus the boxes are like slightly different sizes or smaller or something.
It just doesn't feel right.
Right.
It's hard to, this is real, but this is commemorative.
Yeah.
It's a great piece. And then
I'm pretty sure that one's real.
See,
wait, this one wasn't. Wasn't one of these?
See, again, this one I think's real.
That was it. Yeah, that was the one.
This one's real. Okay. These two I don't think are real.
Right.
But I don't think they priced them being real either. But these are, if you just Google or go to eBay and type G1 Weird Wolf and search by best match,
and you see that,
the very first thing that comes up is going to be this, and it's going to be $50.
Yeah, it's going to be a crazy low price.
Very flimsy. They're light. They're not. And then this is another thing.
Oh yeah, the
But
windows.
there's no glue, there's no fading, there's no yellowing. And like, even on the Insecticons, all these things just push right in. It's like they didn't even attempt to glue them.
But
so
this
one's real. And then I don't know where the sticky went for that.
it's right here.
Is that one? No. So this is vintage.
That's what was on it.
Hasbro robot. Autobot. So no, this bin was in one of the clear totes, and
Okay.
I
All
saved it.
Yeah.
This one is a question mark. I don't think it's real.
Yeah. It's initially I was like, oh, that looks real. It's got yellowing, and obviously the box is damaged, but you hold it, the weight of it's so light.
Yeah, this is like almost like air. But now when cardboard gets wet, it loses its structural integrity, so then it gets really light, and this has awfully water damage, but then it looks right.
And there's definitely people that show the differences online, like people that have like a blog. We've seen things where they show how the graphics don't match up, or certain things are faded, darker, lighter. It just doesn't look as vibrant as a vintage one. And then obviously you don't have what would be normal shelf wear on a lot of them.
Now these are cool because we don't see Centurions that often. So this is Max Ray. All the components still sealed inside. The window's still attached, even though it's lifting a little bit. This one had been opened, so the tape is popped. But it's kind of open box sealed contents. So this was a good piece. Then we had, which one is this? Yeah, Jake Rockwell, a little bit more damaged, open box, proof of purchase cutaway, but interior contents are still sealed. So, it's still
never
probably a
taken out.
$200, $250 piece in this condition. Now these I found interesting because if you notice the boxes, they're supposed to be like this.
Yeah, that's the standard
So
release.
these I actually think, I don't know, look a little cooler just because I'm so used to those, and these stack and present better. But I'm assuming these were foreign, and I'm not sure this store, is it Hawley's or what does that say?
Wait. Hamleys?
Oh, but yeah, see, isn't that Lear or what is that? What is that? That's not.
Yeah, pound sign. Yep. So
So these were UK.
UK.
But see,
could
then
have been
it's Spanish.
Canada. Could have been. Where they probably did the whole trilingual card thing, and just that's foreign market card. That way they don't have to do it once.
So these are cool. So these were a little bit more difficult. Now again, these are all open but sealed internal contents, and I just thought these were super cool. Now Dr. Terror, he's cool, and then East McCloud. I always equate it to, you ever bought a model kit, and it's shrunk wrap in a box. And when I used to do models, the first thing I did is when I got in the car is I'd open it and I want to look at all the pieces. I look at all the sprues and see what what it's going to be like to build it. So I think this guy, either he could have bought it this way, but whoever the original owner was, oh, look at that. So he bought it and possibly took it out to look at it, but then never did the next step and actually take it off. Oh, but wait a minute, see? So then I didn't catch this one.
So Hamleys.
Well, that's just lifting, but still, that one's not at all, and I don't think it just could be due to age.
So
Hanley's is a UK store.
It's in London.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. They also have another store in Oregon.
In Oregon?
Yeah, Pendleton, Oregon.
Yeah, but it would have dollar signs on the price tags if it was in
Right.
Oregon.
Well, yeah. But what I'm saying is, like, I've never seen that where you have a store chain in London and then like a state, and then that's it.
Well, you were exclusively in London, and then you branched out to the United States, and you said, I'm going to Oregon.
Yeah. I played that game. What is it?
It could be
You're on a
Chicago,
trail, find that
Miami,
trail.
New York, LA.
No, yeah, these are really, really cool. But yeah, came from
So it's just,
London.
it's super cool. Again, it's a toy line that we don't get that often. Now, we did have a good setup for the grand opening, and to be honest with you, I don't think many of them sold.
Yeah.
So it's more of a niche line.
Sold. Well, no, we sold.
Did we?
The Rockwell guy, I think.
Is that Jake Rockwell?
Jake Rockwell. I like that this guy's name is Dr. Terror.
He's very scary.
He went to school for terror.
Well, that's how you do it. So then these are little Arco. So we talked about somebody had gifted me a giant Arco Centurions desk commander, I think, by Arco Toys. So this is Arco, and these were erasers. So they're tchotchke, cool. That one's lifting, but it's just a giant eraser figure.
There's like a missile on this guy's back, and that's what you plug your pencil into. So he's just on the...
So this is, all right, so this one's sealed. This is Tidal Blast. So not open. It was the only vehicle that they brought. And this went from a Child World 1297 to Child World 1097. And then it got a super, super low clearance of 490. So that's nice. We don't get sealed Centurions that often. That one we thought was...
Yeah, I don't think that's real.
Yeah. So there's another fake.
Yep.
So yeah, which one is that? Head Skull Cruncher?
Yeah.
Yeah, so this one's another one we don't believe to be legit.
They haven't bootlegged every single vintage Transformer,
But most.
yeah, most.
A lot of these countries in South America are just crudely bootlegging,
Yeah.
crudely, poorly molding this stuff.
Cheap molds.
This
Alright.
is really cool, before he goes to that.
Alright.
This is just a giant G1 Scorponaut that was modernly made, but still somewhat vintage. I don't know if this is 90s or 2000.
It's commemorative, but it's like Japanese commemorative. Is that, I can't remember if they call it that or not. We've had some of these before, but so it's Japanese, but it's like a Transformers logo. And before it came here, I mean, it wasn't Transformers overseas. It was a couple of different lines.
Yeah, I was just trying to see if I see Takara anywhere, which I don't. It says Takara Headmaster D93.
I don't know. I mean, it might say Takara, but
But I mean, it's a
there you
good.
go.
Oh yeah, so it's got Takara. So I mean, it's a good piece.
Yeah, very cool.
And that was she was accurate. That's 500. This is, oh yeah, real quick. This is Lionbot, which is kind of what the cheap version of Voltron.
Oh wow, I think
The stuff shifted.
no. I don't know if is that die cast. Okay,
Yeah.
all right. So die cast. Something looks
Well, you
different
want,
about this Lionbot.
I don't know. There's so many See, look how fresh that is.
Well,
I swear they're still printing these.
oh yeah.
You can still buy this.
So I know on the Matchbox, this right here and this right here are white. What else?
This is too vibrant to be that old.
Yeah, it may not be. I don't know.
It's too fresh.
But yeah, this is how it was in foreign markets because it had, tiny little missiles, which that wouldn't fly here in the U.S. You can't have tiny missiles like that over here.
Tiny missiles. What? That goes there. All right.
This should have a,
And was this like this?
yeah.
That looks too new. But I mean, this is like a $200 piece.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now the printing on this looks,
Too new, right?
yeah, I don't know if anybody's ever seen something old reprinted. It has a certain like grainy look.
I swear you can still like this thing. Somebody's still making this.
Yeah.
I mean, could be wrong, but I mean, just it's too
It's definitely
shiny, and then you always have to look at the overall totality. Like when you spot one item that's fake, it kind of taints the whole lot because that means they purchase, some fake stuff.
Yeah,
and
no,
they,
this
and
looks weird.
But
I mean, they ran these.
it's
probably 90s
already
and
not
2000s.
Voltron, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It's Lionbot. It's your cheap version of Voltron. And to be honest, most people, once you build it and set it up, even the sprue with the missiles, that yellow isn't even a vintage plasticky looking.
Yeah, it's too weirdly like translucent. The vintage ones were more opaque looking, I think.
It's kind of too muted.
And it's like
Hello.
is that front image. Look at that. That just looks like it was scanned and printed.
Yeah, look how of a poor
Like that was originally a painting on like that was transferred to a box, but that looks like a scan of it.
All right, so there's some good stuff in here.
Yeah. Okay. So this is a Triptychon, but it is not vintage, and I mean it's actually marked on this side, 2015 Hasbro. So it's a redo. It's if you're just wanting one on your shelf.
I mean, it
this is
looks the
probably-
same, but it's not
Right. Like
modernly made.
if you hold it up to a vintage one, all these parts right here, they look sort of like a shimmery gray. On the vintage one, it's like a silver swirly plastic.
Yeah,
It's
yeah, it's definitely not that color. That
Right.
light gray.
that light gray. Yeah. Let's see.
All right, so I'll get this out of the way.
Do we want to cover that or
Nah, this is just. I think this was literally the most modern thing in the set.
All right, so Repugnus.
He's cool.
He's a tougher one, definitely.
He's cool. See the early. So these are the dud Insecticons.
Sorry.
Like loose $20-$30 max. Then
Yeah.
you start getting some of these guys. These are the ones that aren't common and are super cool.
Got some box parts too, and like if we had a bootleg one and you just held it up to you'd see that it just doesn't quite match. And I mean there's package variation, but like it just looks different. It doesn't look right.
Oh, there it is.
Yep.
Ah, that's separate.
Should I take them out or?
Yeah, they look well. You could show some of them; they'll look better. Or here, why don't you do all the Insecticons?
All right.
I'll prep you.
I hope I can remember all their names. I
Well,
don't.
it's okay if you don't.
These are the tougher Insecticons. Like there's the black and purple ones that like everybody has had. Yeah, that's him.
Yeah, these are cool.
And I just yeah.
This is Whirl.
Whirl. Yep.
We don't get him that much, right?
No. Yeah, I mean
And
maybe
then these are all his
2 or 3
parts,
times.
so we got all his goodies. So
There's a
what-
chrome piece in there. I don't know what that goes to.
Was she right on that one? 120?
Pretty much.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean,
Oh, that's not.
yeah, I don't know what that is yet.
We'll have to figure that one out.
That's yeah. I don't even know if that's Transformer.
Okay, so we're all. Yeah, those aren't.
Well, these are the clones. They had Autobot and Decepticon clones. And they look about the same, but they transform into different things. One's like a bird.
Yeah, you wanna.
Uh,
Take them out. They just look better.
so
But when you put them side by side,
yeah, they
from the
look
front, they almost look like they're the same.
right. But then you turn them over, they obviously transform into something different. And they get slightly different guns,
Yeah. So who are they again?
wingspan and pounce.
Oh, all right. Oh yeah, and they got all their accessories.
So really, they're not clones. They're more like approximates. All right.
So you did Whirl, you did that, you did Triptychon.
So this one was interesting.
Is that the Headmaster one? Or I'm sorry, Target Map?
Yeah,
What is
this
it?
one's so Blur's a common one.
Hello.
But I think the following year they re-released them, and they had slight changes to like their hands, but it's almost exactly the same robot.
What's this guy's name?
They
again?
changed the hands to accommodate a weapon that turns into a guy. So they called them Target Masters. And Target Masters are definitely tougher than the regular ones. But when you go to plug them in the hand, they only fit the Target Master. So you can't take a regular Blur and put this guy in his hand. It doesn't fit, it doesn't work. It has to be the right guy to the right thing. So that makes them pretty tough.
Yeah, there wasn't a ton. I mean, to be honest, there wasn't a ton of loose.
No, I mean we got a Cyclonus,
Yeah, Cyclonus. I forget.
Sure Shot.
Sure Shot.
We got a Scourge. Scourge is
that
a
the
tougher
target?
one. It's not the Target one.
Uh,
So they did Scourge regular, which that's what this is, and they did a Target Master one. The Target Master is very difficult to build. And there's 2 variations on his headpiece.
Yeah. Solid
Um,
or 2 pieces, right?
Yeah, it was like solid piece or 2 pieces. This one's the solid piece.
So,
But-
so there is one where this comes off.
Right.
All right, and then what else?
Uh,
I forget that.
that's another sure shot. Misfire.
Sure
Which
shot it is.
Misfire's a pretty good one. I just don't know if you'd want to go to war with a guy named Misfire. So that's probably the only negative.
Him and the right, him and the stormtroopers.
Yeah.
That's Road Warriors,
Mhm.
Remco.
Remco AWA.
Yep. So this is cool. I think
Cool.
Andy looked these up, so I don't remember the value.
Yeah, a little tag team. They came carded together.
All right, so she did a fantastic job. Like bought strong boxes, bought bubble wrap, individually wrapped everything, and fantastic job. This is a great Thundercats collection. I almost wonder if we should save these for the booth at Retro.